Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad.
Who's this?
Oh, Dad. Won't you spare me over another?
Who's this?
But what is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me?
Who's this?
When God is gone and the devil takes hold, who'll have mercy on your soul, Dad? No wealth, no ruin, no silver, no gold. Nothing satisfies me but your soul. Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad. My name is Destiny.
Ho, ho, ho. Who is this? Hi, guys. What's going on?
Stay a while and listen.
Hello. Oh, goodness. It's been too long. Wow. It's been too long. We've had, what, 3-4 weeks? Something like that? Some amount of time off?
Yeah.
Goodness
3
gracious. It's been 84 years. It's been an amount of time.
I've done my time in Azkaban.
Goodness gracious, guys. We have a not necessarily a shortened stream, but a shortened crew tonight. Looks like we are down an Ello and a DJ, but that's fine. No worries. Solis and Cypress will live on in our hearts. It's okay because the scene is going to be launching following a recap. What happened? Explain to me as if I have never been here. What's happening? What was the last scene like?
Who, Tosh
Me?
or Nyx? Which one do you guys
I mean,
want
I
to
have
start
notes,
Why?
but you guys... Shit.
I don't remember
Get
where it began.
fucking the potion lady!
Okay, we
Being
started...
trapped inside of an ass-filled gutter diarrhea pit.
Oh wow! She just went all in,
Yeah.
man.
That
I was going to
sounds-
say, we started at the prison because Elo made us get a roof. A
I
roof.
can't believe it took like a session to get on that thing and then another session to get off of it. Like
Yeah.
that was like
Yeah, like
happens.
I was not expecting that. Well, you know that's how we get in there. I don't really feel like we missed a ton of details. There was this. I do feel like it's important to note that we did have a little bit of this action in the launch of the game. As we had the tree hopping, the quotes. The quotes were hot pretty much all night long. I think
The rolls were great, dude. I was the best.
dude, you were nuts. Sophirian said it best. As Daniel was looking down, how do I roll a 72 on a 20-sided die? You don't. You just don't, my friend.
inspiration, my friend.
It's desperation. Centane, how are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little wild. I was not expecting as many successes as you had actually had, but somehow you managed to best. You pretty much leapt from across most of the town, from rooftop and treetop across. even at one point, you landed in a tree and somehow managed to Whomping Willow launch yourself across to a building top.
You better believe I did, baby.
Dude, it was gross. It was gross.
Ah!
I think. Yeah.
It literally says in my notebook, guys, that when I said to these guys, Mogar, hardcore Paco.
Yes. That's what he did, bro.
Yeah.
That's just my favorite thing is Nyx did not know. She was like, what was that? Nothing. Nope. Nothing. Go, keep going.
It was so good. You why did you even go into town, Nyx? What did you hope to gain from that?
Ello, who is like my father figure in the group, sent me to create a magic show to inform the townspeople that the town is haunted and is being possessed by demons. So I was like, oh my God, we need a magic show to, calm them down and like prepare the bad news. He's like, here you go. Have like lots of gold. Gave me way more gold than is necessary. It was just like, go. Fucking go. But I took the gold and instead of waiting till the morning, I was like, no, I'm going to go now and steal some shit because I'm probably going to pocket this gold. So I went into town and I was going to steal stuff.
Yeah, so our little magician has gone full kleptomaniac, but it didn't really go quite as well as you had planned, right? Some things happened. You stumble into the apothecary and things are not as you would have hoped.
They're getting heated up.
Yeah, things are getting a little spicy.
Sexy.
A little spicy. What did you encounter? What did you encounter?
Who?
You.
Dude, I went to go steal some potions.
Yep.
I got in there. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. Just threw a couple in my bag. And then I hear a noise. The door opened.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know who the fuck it is. But you say it's Gibbs, so I just hide. I don't know what to do. I'm here. I'm small. I'm stealing things that are not mine. So of course I hide in the cabinet. But when I open the cabinet and step inside, there's like this goopy diarrhea death smell, and I have to sit in it. So I'm just sitting there, mouth over, like hands over my mouth, trying not to vomit inside of this place.
Yeah.
Mogar is outside. I don't know, obviously. But it's Gib, and the lady comes downstairs, and they just start fucking on the countertop. Just hardcore. He's like slicking his hair back while he's like pounding her, like, yes. They're going to town. They're going to town, and I'm about to die.
They're going to town with hardcore belly slapping. They're bumping uglies.
I thought they were doing a dog.
They're not bellies, yeah. I wrote that down.
That was the impression I got. I didn't think that they were missionary. I thought that they were doggy the time.
Right.
Or
Well, I mean,
on.
you didn't actually get to see any of it because you were hiding.
It sounded. It sounded like doggy style.
But something that did happen was Mogar, knowing that Gib charged in to the apothecary, he was worried for our tiny knackle Nim, and he leapt down from the top of the house and ran over to the door where he saw Gib and the apothecary going full Marvin Gaye. It was some hot business. So that's actually where we're gonna open it back up right there. I'm gonna put this in Mogar's pocket. You decide here, as you've just kind of peeked in, you went full voyeur here, looking in on these two people. When you see him with the traditional, like, the hair slicked back. And let's start with a roll. Mogar, give me a d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Just looking to see if I have any more. So from what I'm seeing, I just have +1, correct?
Yes.
Look how good he did.
Yes. Yes.
Look how happy he is to have this stuff.
Turtles.
Oh, okay. Mogar, you can't quite place where you've seen this action before? You can't quite place where you've seen it, but you know that you have seen someone do this in the past. Someone that didn't quite excite you, but they definitely jarred you in a manner that you didn't quite like them. They were not your favorite individual.
I did write down that we know it's Vance. Did we forget that?
Do I know that it's Lance?
Because I wrote down at the end, besides the silver, and he flicks his hair like Mogar's vision, playing to vanity, possession, it's Vance. And I remember.
I think
Daniel.
context clues would have given away that it was Vance. I was not shy of
sorry,
sharing context clues, but I don't know if maybe it's something that he's going to have to piece together. So does Mogar recall? Would Mogar know that this is Vance? Would Mogar know that this is someone that you had encountered in the past?
I don't know. Can I roll for it?
Well, your wisdom was basically like a memory check. It was for you to like
So, no.
you're like, it's there, it's on the tip of the tongue, but
So I don't remember it's Vance. I kind of remember it's Vance, but I don't remember.
yeah, you're like, why the fuck do I know that? What is that from?
But all I know is that Nyx is inside there, and she could be in trouble.
Nyx is nowhere to be seen.
Oh fuck!
Barreling it.
So this is all out of character. This is in my mind. What I think as Mogar should do is to distract in some kind of way to see if they can get them to stop and come back towards the door, or in any way so that Nyx can have the chance to be able to either sneak out, get what she needs to get, or anything like that. So that's in my mind as Mogar. Even though he wants to bust in there and destroy at the same time, and that might be not a good deal because again, it's just myself.
Sure.
So, gotta go smart on this one. Not super smart because Mogar's not super smart, but we can go in there. So let's do this.
Okay. So let's find out what does this distraction. What would Mogar do?
I'm right in front of the door, correct?
Yes, you are. You literally you see through the crack of the door or the window itself that there is some nasty happening, and you're like,
is there any light outside around?
No, there is no light outside. The only light that you can see is the light. It looks like there's a fire flicker from a lantern inside of the apothecary's private room.
Any trees, rubbish, or rubble, any rocks, anything that
there's
I
definitely
could be able to...
soil or stone or something to that degree. Is
Could you show me exactly where it is again once more?
Sure.
Like
I can do that. I'll pull you over on the map. Okay. I think if my recollection is correct, I think it's H, but I want to double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's H, but not played in almost a month, so I don't want to mistell you. Yes, it is. It is H on the map, so you're looking right about here.
What's behind H?
You're not sure. Mogar wouldn't know either.
Can Mogar quickly go and check to see what it is?
Sure.
Leaving me to die in a cupboard.
I'm not leaving you to die. I'm thinking of a plan.
Yeah. We can make that happen. So, again, I'm going to kind of leave this to you here. I've taken a lot of initiative when it comes to naming some of these places. Largely, this square, or this circle, if you will, is predominantly businesses. And a lot of these business owners live inside of their business. So, this is an unnamed residence. What kind of storefront is this, Daniel? What place would do well here? Or what kind of business do you think this is?
So, if H is where they sell potions, I think behind it probably will be a potion, like, creation, like where they have all the pots and they start making and brewing their potions.
Okay, so you think it's like some sort of distillery of sorts?
Correct.
All right, sure. We'll reason that it's a part of Jaminda's apothecary, and maybe she has... we'll say that there are tinctures and clay vases filled with raw materials. It's a distillery of sorts.
How high is it?
From the floor or just in general? It's a single-story building, probably maybe 12 feet at its highest point.
Perfect. So I kind of have an action of what I want to do. There's only these two people, and they have no idea that anybody's around here or anything. Okay, let's do this. So, are you ready?
Hit me with it. What you got?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. So, Mogar, he sees this. He sees exactly what's going on. He's unfamiliar of the action. He's unfamiliar of who this is, but he knows that young little Nyx is having some trouble. So we need to hurry up and be able to try to get her out of here. So what I do is I would like to see if there's any surroundings that could be able to help me out.
Sure.
I walk around and I do see that there's this distillery, but it is the same story, and I get an action in my head. The roof. Mogar. And so Mogar, I would like to roll if I have to, because I think I can jump. But what I would like to do is jump on top of H, punch a hole above exactly where they are having the sexy sex.
Okay.
To where he cannot see me, but I can like do a back little punch and then run out and jump over to the behind to the distillery, so that they can hopefully run out, see what the hell's going on, have Nyx be able to do what she needs to do, and get the flippity flop out of there. Let's do this.
Okay, so let me see if I just want to understand this. You want to go to behind H, behind Jaminda's apothecary, leap from one rooftop to H to punching a hole, a clear punch mark directly through, startling their midnight lovemaking. And when they come out to inspect what has happened, you're basically doing this to provide enough of a distraction so that Nyx can get out. Nyx, you have no idea at all. All right, okay, that's fair. So
Someone said it perfectly. Answer Jack Nicholson nodding, closing in like that. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's. I'm gonna test some things here. Let's go with. Give me a 30% range that you do not want.
This is so serious thought
1 to 30.
Okay. Very good. Give me a 50% range that you do not want.
Uh-oh.
50% chance?
Yep.
Damn, that's tough, dude. I'll do 50 to 100.
Sure. So 51 up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start with skill checks. Brother, give me... do you want to climb, or do you just want to kind of like leap up? What does this look like? Are you like going full Naruto, springing from rooftop to rooftop?
Oh God!
Anything that's less noisy that doesn't cause me to get noticed.
Sure.
Right
Let's go with a climb. A climb check will probably be easiest.
Cool. I have an 8 climb.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's just climb itself, not even acrobatics. But the modifier is 4. But the actual total bonus is 8.
Cool. Let's see it. Go ahead and roll that for me.
So it's an 8, right?
Yep. D20 plus 8.
Hold on, I'm gonna write something in chat. Never mind, we're back. I was gonna say, did we die?
No, we should be good. I've not dropped any frames. Everything's good here.
It's just no one's retweeting because they don't love us anymore.
Oh,
We gotta-
been gone for so long.
Yeah.
They don't love us.
Oh my god.
Okay, Mogar, that's good enough. You're able to scale up the building in a manner that doesn't really sort of elicit a lot of noise. You manage to reach the rooftop. Give me one last climb check, please, to kind of stagnate yourself amidst the roof.
Bagadoosh.
Very good, very good. You find your way up to the top. You sort of find your footing very well. Now you will note that the roof isn't exactly made of very sturdy material. It is rather weathered.
I do notice this.
Yes, you do notice
the one
this.
that I'm standing or the one that I'm about to jump on?
the one that you're standing on, it is rather weathered. You feel as if you could pretty easily get through this.
Perfect.
Now, you don't really know what the inside of Jamindus looks like. You've never been inside. Just for my sake and for everyone else's sake, you've never been inside of the apothecary, so you're not really sure where the inside is correct, or what it's like, correct?
Correct, but
Okay.
I did see where he was, so I can possibly try to place exactly where my punch or somewhat could be from where I saw him in the crack. I
All
try
right.
to line it up.
Yeah, so from the rear side of the building, you feel like you're no more than 20 feet away at any one given point. So wherever you levy this, like, you don't have a tiny fist, all right? You don't have a baby arm. You've got some fucking gigantic arms on you.
Could you imagine though if Mogar had like these baby like hands with his big arms? Little
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What is that on top of the H? Is that a chimney?
Yes, there is a chimney.
I gotta play as Mogar. I was gonna think of it a little bit smart, but now I'm gonna play as Mogar. Yeah, we're gonna punch through.
By the way, the retweets and follows thing isn't updating.
I've got that. I've just you let me know when it's caught up, when it's updated, and
We need 5 more, ladies and gentlemen. Get us them retweets.
What are
Your boy
you doing
Mogar's
with
gonna
Twitter if you're
die.
not fucking retweeting Bub's thing? What are you
Yeah.
actually doing with Twitter? Because honestly, nobody knows what they're fucking doing with Twitter. This is like
Yeah.
the easiest way to learn how to use Twitter. Saying.
Yeah.
yeah. See. So, Mogar, you scale up to the rooftop, and you can see that it comes to a point just, I would probably say, 10, 15 feet in front of you. There is what looks to be a chimney to your right-hand side. It does seem to be made of sterner brick than the surface itself. So, what do you do? What does this look like?
Really? So, okay. I would like to see if I could leap from where I'm at to the chimney, and if I can hold on to the chimney, because you stated that it's sturdier, possibly more than the roof. I would like to try to do that, and then see if I can at least put my toe, or see if I can, put my footing onto the roof without it creaking or anything like that. If it does, then I have a different plan.
Okay.
But yes, I would like to see if I can leap at least from where I'm at to
the
chimney.
To the chimney itself. Okay, so you want to basically scale to the top. All right. So we'll say that it's about 10 feet up. You realize that by doing that, by putting enough pressure on this, you feel like it's sort of weak beneath your feet, right? Like you can definitely feel that by abruptly jumping. Here, this is a way to explain this.
No, I know what you mean.
Have
It's
you
gonna
ever
possibly pop?
That's right.
It's gonna pop it.
Uh-huh.
So
Mogar is not a prima ballerina.
no, I understand.
Don't
I'm heavy.
let his dreams become just dreams.
Look,
It's
whoa,
gonna
whoa, whoa,
break.
It's not a prima. I didn't say he wasn't a ballerina. He can do whatever he wants.
Okay, so
Except small.
We accept that our main man Mogar is a thick boy. Okay, he's part of the thick boy club. So if he starts leaping, like you start doing damage to the environment, homie. He's a big boy.
Okay, let's do this a little bit more sneaky. Like, instead of jumping, is there a way that I can get my a rope that I can be able to throw from there and possibly then jump down and climb up with using the rope without making any noise? If I climb up the rope.
Potentially, yeah, potentially. I'll leave it to some die rolls. Do you have rope on you?
I have 2.
We got the
50-foot rope.
Okay,
I think
sure.
I cut it, but I don't think I did.
All right, so to take a quick glance here, it looks like we hit our first sub marker, so you guys get a luck reroll off that, and from my understanding, we just hit 20 retweets, yes?
Oh yeah.
Then that's going to give us our second luck reroll. Every 5 subs there and after, or the follower count, jumps up to 20, it will net us additional luck rerolls, which, in these tabletop games, you know that you need them.
Ho, 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 who's this?
Yeah, it's pretty important stuff. Hey, Ginger Ninja, thank you so much for that, host. I appreciate that, girl. So, you have the rope. Are you familiar with, do you think Mogar is familiar with tying like a lasso, or are you just trying to wrap this thing around it? You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I said I'll try to lasso, but I don't know if I have that knowledge.
Sure. Just give me a dex check. Let's see if we can do it.
Oh, my dexterity, boy. Shit. All right, my dexterity's up to 14 now. And is it +2 or no? No, it's not +2. It's still there.
If it's a 14, then yeah, it is. Your dex is a +2.
Ooh. Crapola.
Okay.
Probably re-roll.
You can re-roll, or you can always run with
Desperation.
Desperation, kid. That's right. I've got lots of desperation.
Nah, I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh shit!
It was starting off strong, and then nope.
Woo lead. That's
Oh my god.
So Mogar.
Okay, so Mogar does not know how to tie a lasso at all. He doesn't even know what to do with the hell with rope. He just knows that it goes around stuff.
It starts really strong. You know, you start doing this like loopy thing, and then
That's
before
just
you realize
hard,
it, you've got
okay.
like you're spider webbing the rope, and you're like Mogar, Mo. Like you don't really know what's happening before you just kind of like shake it off. But you are convinced that you can toss the rope around this, and obviously, like at the bottom, you'll have two sides, so you can just kind of tighten it back up. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then let's go ahead and have you do that. You throw the rope length around the chimney, and you do so in a way that it draws some of the slack to hang down to the to the earth, to the floor. Do you leap off of the roof? Do you slowly let your body slide down? What would you wish to do here?
Slowly let it slide down, just like.
Okay. All right. When you slowly slide down, give me an acrobatics. We're gonna see if you roll with this. That's not bad. That's not bad. You use your forward momentum, and it carries you into a roll. You drop down to the knee, grab at the rope. Now you have two lengths of rope. It's the same rope, but they're in your hands. What do you do with them?
Is there a window?
There is not a window. The only window that you're aware of inside of Jominda's is in the front door.
Ooh. This might even be better for me instead of just going onto the roof. Let's just bring down the fucking chimney. Let's bring down the fucking chimney and then grab my rope and run. They will never find me.
These local business people, we're just making their lives terrible, you know?
I mean, it's not like we've ever been really supportive of this town since we've gotten here.
Fuck this town, man.
Like,
They've been
come
nothing
on,
but
we
bad
bought
support
food.
from us.
We were nice to the innkeeper.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right, sure. You can do that. Give me a strength check.
Before I do, can I do a perception check to see if there's anyone around watching?
Good call. Go for it.
Good
Let's see.
idea.
Ooh.
Very good. You look around. You kind of scope the sitch as you peek around the building on either side, and it looks fine. People are none the wiser, or at least you believe so.
Let's do this. Can I do a strength check?
Yes.
I'm just looking. All right, my strength is +4. Ooh.
It's pretty good.
Shit.
Good rerolls back, Mogar. are. Good rerolls back.
All right.
I might have to do a reroll. Hold on. I have a question.
All right.
Knowing that now that I didn't do well, is there a way that I can go in rage?
Oh God.
If I go in rage, am I able to move?
You realize that as you kind of tug on this, that this is it's a bit more sturdy than you had you planned. It's significantly more sturdy than the roof, but yes, you realize when you're not getting anywhere, you can actually you can rage and try again.
Can I rage then fast movement out of there?
Do you want to? Are you okay? So you want to pull this thing down, then fast movement out, or do you want to tie yourself to the rope and then bolt out? Oh no! Oh man, it's like what are those things where you get the rope around your waist and then you just start sprinting as it kind of pulls you back?
Yeah.
A wench, almost a wench.
Yeah. All right, sure. Let's
hey man,
go ahead
the
and tie
people
yourself.
love it. Hell yeah, let's do this.
Go ahead and tie yourself here. Let's see. Give me a dex check. It's not going to take a lot here, right? Like you're just trying, and you're going to hold on to it. So by all means. Okay, that looks good. You've just basically wrapped this around yourself several times. You hold on to it, and then you rage.
All right, let's pull. Let's run. Let's run. But where's the direction that I want to run?
Which way do you want to run?
Wait, where is Nyx? So I don't know this. Oh shit! It might be. She might be discovered. Oh god. All right, Nyx, this is not my fault. I'm just trying to save you.
Let me help you here. I'm gonna help you envision this. Okay. From the front of the building, where you see that this has a peak, it comes to the peak. Right there. Do you see that? So that part of the building, that's where the front door is.
Okay.
And the counter, where her character went, was pretty much parallel with that. So if you follow that back, it was parallel with that line. So it would inevitably hit the counter where she was stationed. Just to the right of that, which basically runs parallel with the fireplace, is where Gib and Jaminda are.
Wait a minute. If we expose Gib for what he is to the townsfolk,
which is
dun,
what?
Dun, dun.
Are you exposing him for being an adulterer or
a Vance? Because he still has Vance right now.
Well, yeah, but the townsfolk don't know about Vance.
But do they see? Can't anybody see that there's something dark going around with him, like dark auras and everything, or no? This is nothing that nobody can see.
Potentially. I mean, you guys have the most. You have the most experience with Vance, so up to this point, he might be able to even convince people otherwise that he is just normal Gib.
I think we should just expose Gib for being an asshole.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, fuck it, let's go.
Fuck up this whole town while we're here, like.
Let's go. All right, Gib. All right, Gib. Let's do this shit. Fuck Gib. Bub, let's go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run. I don't know if I have the arrow. Where's the arrow? The ruler. Okay, I'm gonna run. I don't know if you can see, but literally, hopefully, there's like a way that I can go around or something. But I want to go straight through the water, untie it, and leave the chimney in the water and be over here if I can. Like, just fucking run, dude. Is there any way? That's 394 feet. How much feet can I run?
Okay, so saying that you don't get caught, saying that something doesn't prevent you,
Nah.
you can basically run as far as your legs will carry you.
Oh shit.
But,
really?
Well, yeah. I mean, you aren't limited to just having a single destination. Like, you can just keep going. But remember, you have these ropes tied to you, and any number of things can happen.
This is tough, man. I want to pull it. I want to climb up.
If you think that's what Mogar would do, then I'm about that. Stay true to the character.
Let's go. Pull that shit.
All right, so you want to run to the north, bolt around the length of the building, and then cut across this small river, right?
Small river?
Try. Well, it's not really small. That's a 180-foot river.
Okay,
To
all right.
Mogar, that is small.
Well, to Mogar, that is small.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like it's the Loch Ness. You're gonna fucking be skipping across this thing, Mogar style.
Wait,
Oh my
is it?
God,
How deep
Tommy
is it?
just like walks on water.
How
He's
deep
going
is it?
so fast.
You're not sure. Probably at its deepest point, you may think that it could be up to 15, 20 feet.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That chimney can get down there. I'll lose the rope though, but I'll save Nyx. Let's do it.
How much does your character weigh? I'm curious.
Ho ho, big daddy boy. This boy weighs
Oh, gosh.
310 pounds.
Wow. Okay. All right. So, just to keep everybody in the loop, when you rage, it increases your constitution and your strength by 4. It will decrease his armor class, but that's not so much of a big deal. He's essentially trying to utilize his thick boy status, pull down the chimney, bolt across the river, and then what is your goal after that?
My goal is to hopefully, because if it rips, literally, if it's only the top, it's hopefully going to cause enough commotion to have them stop. If it rips the whole entire top and wall out, that it hopes that it opens up, that they're going to be like, what the fuck, while they're porking. Nyx, hopefully it's not exposed, but at the same time, we'll have an opening where, 1, she can run the fuck out, and 2, be able to do whatever she wants to do. But that's all on her character on what the hell she's going to act. I'm going to leave it up to her. I'm just trying to save her from this moment because right now, she can't leave anything. She's right under the porking, right? She's like right under it. She can hear it. She can hear this happening above. So there's no moving. Like, she could try to twinkle toes out, and then some guy, he'll feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to cause a distraction. Let's get this done.
I'm about that. Let's go. This is this is some wild shit. Sure enough, go ahead and give me a strength check. I'll give you a charge bonus. So strength plus, you're going to be raging. It's going to give you, so your strength is going to become +6. I'm going to give you a charge bonus of +2. So roll a d20, add 8 to it.
Not bad.
That's really good, actually. I set the DC at 16, so you just beat it.
So we're going through.
All right, so this is what happens. This is what happens.
Break the house through. If it would have crit, it would have ripped the whole entire house open.
Yeah. Now, bear in mind that medievally, homes and businesses, they hadn't come to the precipice of architectural knowledge, at least so much so as we have today. But they were expecting the downfall of their stone, so they inlaid it with clay, and then they did something different, right? On the rear side of chimneys, there is a stack of additional stones which encircles a log. Not a thick log, but it's tall enough and it is thick enough that they use it to guide their chimneys upward, and they use it as a steadying mount. Now you're probably thinking like, well, it's a fireplace. Wouldn't that just burn? Well, they pad it with mud and various other unguents and things like that to prevent that from happening. Plus they stone it all the way around. You start hauling ass, right? You've got this thing wrapped up around you, and you're going Terry Tate, right? Like, you're just hauling ass, office lineback, and as soon as you break way, the moment that your stone, or the moment that your rope cracks the stone wraparound, it catches the wooden log, and you feel it catch, and it starts pulling tautly across the stomach. As this happens, you realize, as you've heard, stones are starting to fall behind you, but something is holding on to you. In your enraged motion as you're pulling, do you panic, or do you just pull harder?
I grab it with my hands, the rope, and I do not with not only my arms pulling, but also with my legs going back like.
Sure, you're putting your whole body into this. That seems good. Give me a new check. I'll give you the +8 to it again. So D20 +8. Remember, you also have desperation.
No desperation.
All right,
Are
Mogar.
you sure you don't want to use desperation?
Hey, the other team fucked us up, so.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
remember
I
what
don't know.
Ello said? We gotta fuck them up 10 times harder.
Jesus Christ.
Every roll, desperation.
Yeah, every roll, these guys are
That's
fucking
Well,
up
hold
over
on. Is
Mogar.
this enough? If this enough, if not, then I'm gonna roll desperation.
All right, so I feel like it's important to note that every 5 units, so in this case, 15 merits a different response than 20 would. 25 merits a different response than 20 would.
So every 5 is different. Okay, so yeah, let's do this.
Generally speaking.
Whatever, do it up.
Desperation. How do I do this?
Add just roll a d6.
Desperation.
Roll a d6, and we add it to your total.
Our first one.
Oh,
fuck
so
yeah.
close! It was so close to a 25. It was
was
so
so
close.
close.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so you got a 24. So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change the music slightly.
Oh. I feel like we're making good decisions today.
I think so too. I hope so. I hope so.
With 370 subs, that is putting us at our 3rd luck reroll. Nice. That's gross.
Fuck
That's
the
gross.
rough re-rolls.
I only used 1. I think
All right.
no, I used 2, right?
Yes, you've used 2. So you have a 3rd available to you. As you start running, you feel this thing tug on you, and you turn, wrapping your arm up, both sides, and you pull with all of your might. And you can hear this cavalcade of stone and mortar being torn from the wall itself. You can visibly see the wall starting to come down. But see, here's the problem. There's a wall that's supporting it, right? So as you're pulling this log down in one direction, what happens to the other end? It starts to come
It
up.
goes out.
It begins
Is
to
it?
teeter-totter. So this is what happens. You decided that you are going to run to the north end. So I'm going to zoom in to explain to people what's happening here.
Oh god. I really hope. Nyx, I swear this is not trying to kill you!
As you've got
Oh
your
my
rope
God,
around
did
this,
I die in this? Oh
You-
my
Did you not save my chat thing?
you
I'll put it again.
bolt around this corner, you're pulling it, and as this log, centered here, is pulled, it's getting pulled in this direction, and it starts to teeter-totter back this way. Parallel with the entry is Nyx.
Oh no.
Now, I will give you a 10% chance. 10% chance. Give me the range, Mogar.
Mogar, you done fucked up.
What's your health at, Lily?
I think we fully healed because we slept.
Yeah,
so
we did.
I'm
You guys
at a
did.
14. I'm at a high standing.
It's totally fine.
But if it goes from the ground up, that means that she could possibly, even if it hits her, it's not hitting her, it's going from under her, and she'll
Oh
just
my
be up
God.
in the air.
I'm gonna roll around in this diarrhea cabinet and I'm just gonna throw up.
10%
I just
range,
had a mouthful
Mogar.
of wine. That was not the appropriate
50
time.
to 60.
50 to 60. 51 to 60. Oh, God. Thank
Oh
God.
my god.
Thank God. I'm really glad you didn't say high end. All right, so this is what happens. As you pull, Nyx, you're waiting for your moment. You hear the sounds of skin on skin. The action is occurring, and then stone falls.
Oh God.
You think, wow, what are they doing in there? They're knocking shit off shelves? And then more stones fall. And then there is the sound of planks literally being torn asunder. In your direction, as you've got the cabinet cracked open, the cabinet explodes outward in your direction, and a log comes up and catches you right in the torso.
No.
As it hits you, I need a reflex from you.
It doesn't stab her, it just comes up
No.
from up under.
That's correct. It comes up from under.
Reflex.
So it's kind of like a
It's
teeter
so
totter.
funny.
She's about to be flung up in the air, just like almost. But she'll be out of there and she'll be safe. Main goal accomplished.
Oh,
Get
Holy
fucked.
shit.
damn! Well done, well done. You begin to allow your body, as this clips, you can feel that if you hadn't rolled with the momentum of this could have just pinned you to the ceiling. It could have just pinned you to the ceiling, which would have been really awkward, because while Gibbs getting it, he's just like looking up, and there you are pinned to the ceiling by a log. But in this case, you manage to allow your body to slide off, yet you clutch onto the sides. Mogar, as you begin to pull, the brakes of it holding onto you releases, and you can feel whatever was holding it on the back end is no more.
So I fly, dude.
You do. You basically just start immediately backpedaling, and as you begin to bolt, you're dragging the log with you. So, Oh man, this is... Lily, what do you think Nyx would do in this situation?
Dude, she'd be fucking flipping out. She'd be like, just having the biggest panic attack of her goddamn life in the cabinet.
All right. Lily, give me a 30% range that you do not want.
Seen that.
Close. Give me a 10% range you do not want.
I wanted.
All right. You grab on, and the moment that it pulls your body upward, you start utilizing it, and it pulls you away. Like you just immediately pass overhead. They're kind of looking around abruptly. Gib is starting to like pull up on his pants out of fear, and you literally just like just zip right overhead. You can see Jaminda like trying to pull herself together, you know, grabbing her things.
Could she grab a potion at the same time, or try to while she's flying?
Dude, I have a whole
She has a shitload of potions. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I put two legs right there, and I was like, all right, this looks good. This always looks good.
mission accomplished. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, dude.
So you manage to hold on to this as Mogar is running. As you begin to sprint, you see that you're being pulled outside, clutching onto this log. You don't know what's happening. You're not sure why this is happening, but the roof is quite literally coming asunder above you. As it starts to fall in and around, like it's literally starting to trickle down and collapse over the top of Jaminda and Gib. Give me any reflex, Lily.
All right.
If they dead, that's all their fault, man. I didn't do nothing.
I don't fucking care if these other people are dead, actually. Like, 100%, I don't care.
If
They've been
we
nothing
kill
but
them
trouble.
all, they can't die anymore.
See, I just don't care.
Nyx, you're immediately catapulted.
Nyx.
Like you're quite literally trebucheted outside of the building. And it starts sending your body over the top of this distillery just beyond. You manage to roll with it, tumble down the back of the building, and as you roll off and to the ground, you see none other than Mogar with a rope around his body as he's dragging a log directly into the river, and all you hear is Mogar, Mogar. What do you do, Lily? What does Nyx do?
Nyx is like, fucking, what the fuck are you doing?
Mogar. And just keep going. Like, Mogar honestly doesn't even hear her. He's still enraged, right?
Yeah.
He's still enraged, and his mission is to make sure that she can do whatever she wants, or she needs to do to get out of there. And my mission is to get that log into the water and be able to take it off my body.
Right.
So I wouldn't say I didn't hear her.
Yeah.
I noticed her, but I just brushed it off.
Yeah,
Kind
he's
of.
just like so focused. So
You
Nyx
weren't-
is just kind of.
You weren't necessarily wanting to be seen by her anyway, right? Like, that's why you were purposefully hopping from tree to tree. So the fact that she saw you, I mean, that's a victim of circumstance in this situation. You're bolting across the lake. Give me a swim.
Ooh, girl, good thing I don't have swim. I am proficient in it, but I have no stats in it.
All right. So that's
Oh,
gonna
I
be...
know I do have one. I have +1. I did make sure to do +1.
Roll that 20,
All right,
boy.
so if you have a +1 in it, that's going to be, because it's, I'm pretty sure swim is a barbarian class skill. Pretty positive it is. That's going to give you a +3, so it's going to be 4, plus your strength modifier of 6 currently. So it's going to be D20 plus 10.
Dagadoosh.
Very good.
Hell
Very good.
yeah.
Mogar, you make light work of this lake, this river, if you will, as you start to swim across it. It doesn't take much before the log starts to kind of like unravel around this rope. It started like kind of spinning around the rope, but it releases just before it reaches the lip of the river, and you're basically bounding breaststroke style straight across this thing. Once you reach the other side, what is your goal? What are your plans?
Is the rope still attached to me, or is it attached to the...
You still have it attached to you.
Where's the log?
The log is probably on this side of the riverbank right here.
So we're not in the water yet?
Not quite, no.
Oh, shit. What? Okay, but... Was there no evidence? This is all during the dark, right?
Yeah, nobody, as far as you can tell, nobody's seen you. But then again, like, when a building comes crashing down, people tend to wake up.
What's M1 and all that? It's a farm, but who owns it?
M1, let's find out. Let's find out, lad. It's definitely not going to be anybody that you immediately know.
No, of course not. I just want to see if there's any kind of empty places, empty barns, something like that that I can be able to hide.
Okay, as you move up, this is definitely a farmhand's home, as far as you can tell, or at least they have some kind of vegetable that they regularly farm here. They do have what looks to be a small shed of sorts, just off to the back. But the moment that you cross the river, the sounds from across the river it's gonna cause stir in the town, right? So you start seeing
that town, not an M1, right? M1 wouldn't hear it, would they?
I mean, potentially. You literally just brought down
No one
part of a
would hear
building.
you rip off a wall.
It's almost 500 feet away, though. Like, okay, I understand.
But it's not that they, like, you're not seen yet. You just see lights starting to come on, right? So like you're beginning to see the lanterns starting to get lit inside of the building. What do you do? Where do you run?
Am I out of the water, or am I
Yeah,
in the water?
we'll say that you've made it across the river at this point.
I like to go back in the river.
All right, so you're gonna go back in. Do you just kind of use it to kind of float down for a while?
Correct, but I would like to be hidden and only have my because it's gonna be dark at night. They shouldn't be able to see me. I want to be able to like almost be lurk. You know the lurk emote, but like see if I can get into the middle. Like always to go through and lurk through it, just going like.
Oh man,
that's me.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know what my lurk emote looks like.
My lurk emote.
Listen, look at mine, okay? That's what I'm talking about, Mogar.
Fucking just...
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's good shit. Okay. Yeah, sure. You start floating down the river. You manage to just utilize this as much as possible. Do you release your rage?
Yes.
Sure. We'll say that you had it for 2 rounds, so 4 rounds of exhaustion. That is 24 seconds. Lily,
Cool.
Where you were left, Nyx, you see Mogar just trucking it, right? He bounds into the river, swims across, gets to the other side, and you just hear this, Mogar! And then he bolts right back into the river and just starts...
You should do the same, Nyx.
I can't swim!
Nyx,
What? You should have told me this!
When?
Nyx,
I can't fucking tell you that.
you
I know
hear...
you can't.
Dude, I have 1 strength. One strength!
Nyx, you hear the people of the town starting to come alive.
Fuck me.
As you're behind this distillery, when you hear people starting to rouse,
Girl, you gotta
particularly...
Alright, okay, so I know I would like to cast my Vanish on myself, and I would like to run the fuck out of town.
While still holding the potions.
Yes, of course, they're in my bag.
How long does Vanish last?
I don't know.
I think it's a round.
Alright, well, how far can I run it around? And then I would like to disguise myself as a rock.
Okay, so Vanish is a single round that's going to be about 6 seconds. You wish to disguise yourself as a rock? Your fucking hair is everywhere. You have roof and debris on your body.
It makes it easier.
And I will be the best to blend in with the woods.
She can wait till everyone's gone and then poof, I'm back.
Fucking sprint in there,
What
ground
woods?
myself into the dirt and the twigs, just fucking roll up.
What woods? You like where this? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that this is sort of where you tumble
All
off.
right, all right, okay, fuck. Okay, Bob, can I just wade in the water as a rock? I wade.
It's not swimming.
It's not swimming, but it's just wading and like being okay. All right.
She wants to be a pollywog. She's just gonna wade in
I mean, she's smart enough as well.
Let me disguise myself as a pollywog. I'm
as a
tiny
big
enough.
ass frog just hanging out.
What the hell's that, boys?
Oh boy. Okay. Give me the
I
skies.
gotta get another beer, bro.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Thank you.
I'm
I'll be right
a
back.
glass of wine now.
Yeah,
so...
I'm gonna have to go get a beer eventually. I'm done with my bottle.
Oh,
me-
you are gonna be hungover.
I know. You know what? Mistakes are gonna be made. Whatever. All right. Where is my disguise? I got a 6. RD20. Oh!
Oh my god. Oh, look at this. She's killing the Nat 20 games. And are you cheating? Did you tilt the table? What is this shit? Okay. All right,
That's
Nyx.
finally blessing me.
Nyx, you know that you can't really run away. Your little legs aren't long enough. You're not nearly quick enough. You're tricky though. You immediately bolt into the river, into the thinnest parts where it's the most shallow. What do?
I fucking disguised myself as a rock.
You just So you just like you reach down
I'm
and
a big fucking frog
You-
if I
you
disguise
grab-
myself as a...
do you just like grab silt and cover? Do you put moss on yourself? What do you do?
Yeah, no, it's like half, like it's a lot of moss. It's probably like the bottom half of my area, because I'm thinking that like I just kind of like plunge my legs as far as they can go into like the sand and the mud, and like I'm kind of just digging with my feet a little bit,
Okay.
and then I kind of like hunch up, put the sand around me, the moss, and then I'm just kind of like peeking over the little hump of land.
Trixie Hobbitses, man.
She's got this, bro.
Okay.
What? She got a 20?
Yeah,
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hacking, man. I'm telling you, she's fucking hacking.
Bro.
I'm building my D9, D8.
Are you really?
I made what? I'll show you in a minute. Keep going.
No fucking way. That's so sick.
It
What
popped
is
apart the
that
other day
thing?
because I was playing with it too much.
People start coming out of their homes. The businesses' lights begin coming on when you hear people bounding to the town circle. You don't really know what's happening. You're not really sure what's going on. But then people start looking for whomever could have done this, for what could have happened. Nyx, you see people begin moving to the rear side of the distillery. You see Gib. There are several other men with him, some that you've never seen before. They begin pointing down. Give me a perception.
Like pointing down right at her? How?
No, not at her.
Let me see it.
Fucking wisdom garbage.
Oh my god, that is so sick.
Gross. You got 4. You fucked.
You fuck.
You're fucked.
All right, so I
Fucking
have a
love you.
modifier. Okay, so my modifier is 1 and miscellaneous mod of 2. That's 3.
You got this. You have 3 rerolls.
Yeah, I would like to re-roll that.
Okay, alright, go for it.
Oh my god! Alright, we know who won the rerolls, or who won the natural rolls. Like
What the
holy
fuck?
Last boy.
3 in a freaking less than an hour?
3 out of 4 rolls! Okay, you just stop playing D&D and go buy a lottery ticket. Okay?
You watch, she actually does that and win.
Okay, you're obligated at this point to go out and buy a lottery ticket, and when you win the $500 million, send me $10.
Dude, I will send you more than fucking $10. Please do.
10 this is my minimum, okay?
Dude, I would love to just like
From.
have people who like inspire me or like make me feel amazing, or like people I love watching or my friends. Like I would just like to like go in there and just drop some fucking money.
That'd be fun.
That's like my goal.
Nyx, that's sweet, thank you. I hope that happens. You overhear one of them say, I've never seen a footprint like this. What's this? Gib, I know exactly whose print that is.
I told you I should have fucking did that print, bro. I knew it was. I should have wiped it off.
But Nyx,
God damn.
Because you got a nat 20, you realize that there is a serious inflection difference in Gib's voice. Gib doesn't sound like that proud southern man anymore. There is this pseudo Cumberbatch sound that he emits, this very rich and honey-like tone that he emits. You're familiar with this. Even in the tones of Gib, you know the dulcet coos of Vance the Lopper. What do you do? Do you just stay there as a rock, all covered in silt, eyes burbling just above the water?
Yeah, dude, I'm not going out there. I don't want them accusing me of shit. He's gonna be like, why the fuck are you out here? I'm gonna be like, what, just taking a fucking swim? Like, just playing rock? What the hell am I gonna do?
Okay. How long do you think you'll stay in the water?
Until they leave.
Until they leave. All right,
I will get Rooney for this.
Interestingly enough, it is, and it has entered into the cooler months. The longer you stay in the water, the greater chance you have of starting to feel hypothermia.
Can I just be like, God damn it, I don't know what to fucking do. Alright, yeah, do that again.
You could just wait it out and hope for the best rolls.
Oh, I'm not a gambling woman, bub.
You're not.
No, I'm not, because I'm normally very unlucky. This is like probably the most luck I've had in 25 years. You are good, Nick. I mean, they don't have to see that she comes out of the bank. She could just be walking by, right? I mean, she can roll her way, kind of like. I guess she can shimmy her way further and further away from the house, and then she can kind of like get out of the water and roll on by. Like, oh hey.
You could just climb out of the water next to these very untrusting men. You could slowly slink out as a river kelpie and hope that they don't slaughter you. Or you could always try to just float down the riverbank for a while.
Does Nyx even know how to float? She's got no strength. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, you can do anything. This is D&D, babe. You can do whatever you want.
All right.
You can fucking try to fly if you want.
I feel like, but like personally, I just feel like Nyx would fucking go up to them and say something. That's just me personally. I feel like she would fuck this up. Like I feel like she would be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like,
all right, so true, but I don't think Nyx is going to, like, when they're looking for someone, you're not just going to walk out of the room and be like, "You what?"
You don't know me.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right, so I guess I'll just float down the river, and going down the river truly means to go back to like kind of where our home is with Kendra, correct? Like that's down the river. It's not going.
Let's see.
Right?
Let's find out. I'm gonna zoom out and we'll see how far you can get. So Kendra.
Can I just float and Mogar come catch me with his big hands?
Potentially, but Mogar just fucking he was gone. He just got out of there.
I'm just gonna let go and I'm gonna float down the river like I'm dead. Can I just pretend I'm dead? little flower and everything just floating down the fucking river like I'm dead.
Oh shit. Okay. Mogar, I'm gonna pass this off to you for right now. You my friend, you decided that you're going to swim down the river. How far did you go?
Which way does it go?
Well, it's south. It flows southward.
Flows southward. Okay, so I potentially would like to cross here somewhere in this general area where there's no one that could probably see me. Somewhere around this area. Where's that pointing? Select. Is it select moves? Like where can I clickety click?
You can hit just select and then hold your left mouse click down somewhere, and it should do that circle.
BAM! Somewhere there.
I didn't see it.
What?
Tell me what letter you're by.
Okay, look at O north.
O? North?
O is on the south, because you said it goes south, right?
Hold on. Getting there. Ah, okay. So the north bank of O. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh, you're so fucking far down.
Well, yeah, I had to let it... I didn't want them to catch me.
Gotcha. So you basically...
Jesus!
They will never find me.
You want to be across the bank from Gibbs' home.
Well, yeah.
That's
oh
Gibbs.
Oh my god!
Right there.
Dude, I'm gonna
But
get
Gibbs not home.
swept away by this little
Correct.
river.
Oh, Q. Yeah.
Gibbs is not home right now.
Nope, and he's not coming home anytime soon, from what we know.
Sure.
Let's do this shit.
Go ahead and give me some swim checks.
Let's go. How many swims do you need?
Yeah, let's take 2.
Is it still with the 10 or no? Just the 4? Because it's strength.
Okay, so you released your enrage. You will be treated as exhausted. Just go ahead and roll a 20.
Fuck me.
All right, Mogar. It doesn't look super good, but you're kind of just allowing your body to coast downward.
Mogar!
Like the fucking waves like crashing into your face. Really.
Like Castaway kind of thing. Like,
Sure. Give me one more, please. That's much better.
I made it.
You're actually motivated by the fact that you see Gibbs' home. You've been here once before. This is an area where you actually took down the front door. When you see it, you begin to swim to the riverside. Did you want to come up across from O, or at Gibbs?
Oh, I can't go up here to the north bank. Like
Well,
above it?
yeah. That's why I said across from O. So,
Oh yeah, I don't want to be at his place. No,
Sure.
no.
Okay. Yeah, you can find yourself over there. You can just swim across and kind of allow yourself to float down. Give me a fortitude save, please.
All right, my fortitude total is 5, but let me see since we leveled up. 6. It's not fortitude modifier. It's just fortitude, right?
Yeah, it's just your total fortitude.
Are you kidding me?
That's not great, Mogar.
I want to re-roll.
All right. He's rolling the fates. Here we go. He's
My
tampering with
last
them.
one. Are you kidding me?
Desperation! Mama!
Desperation.
Desperation!
Yes!
Yeah.
That's pretty good. When you make it across, you feel the utter lack of energy. You can feel that your limbs are a little clumsy. When you try to close your hands, kind of like ball yourself back up, your muscles are very slow to respond. You know that you need heat. Your body is naturally starting to shiver from its core. What do you do?
So I'm guessing my bed is pretty wet.
Pretty saturated, yeah.
Well. So what I would like to do is Nyx, where are you? Did you go in the water?
Yeah, dude, I'm floating down the river.
Fuck
So,
me,
like,
man.
think of, like, point H.
I was thinking of going.
Right across.
Where are you
Right
going?
across from Point H, like right here.
And you're thinking you're trying to. Your motive is for me to try to catch you. If not,
I
you're
mean,
just
that's
gonna
my
float forever.
motive. I just, you're in the river. You just fucking booked it. So I'm like trying to float down the river. I'm just concerned because this super big whirlpool tide
I
in
see you
here is
going
gonna
crazy.
fucking pick me up like nobody's business. I'm like a piece of bread floating in the water. Like, hello?
Yeah,
that's
there's
my
no way I
only
can
concern.
save you there. If you go
Yeah.
down, hopefully you can be able to come to me, or I can go to you. But yeah, I need if I'm shivering and whatnot, I guess I can get hurt really bad. So
Yeah,
at this
it might
point,
be beneficial for you to like get out of the water. Not trying to tell you anything, but like
No.
you're like over here, so like getting out of the water and just like not even waiting. You could just sit there with your arm out. Your whole arm is probably the length of that tiny fucking river. You're just like, hey,
you know what? Instead, I'm gonna because we have to go back to N, right? And there's still townspeople outside and whatnot, right?
Yep.
So I don't want to get anywhere near that town. Is N anywhere close to like any of those houses would be hearing the H break? That's how many feet?
Not realistic. It's one of those things like it's a small town, right? So people are inevitably going to start coming out of their homes, making a ruckus, and then you'll find that other people are doing it. It's the trickle effect. So
Okay, yeah.
slowly but surely, the other people will be coming out of their homes like, whoa, what's
I
going
gotta
on?
sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta sleep the night in a place where I can keep warm. So what I'm gonna do is I would like to Mogar, with his survival abilities and what he knows, he's going to try to drag himself from the spot that I was and try to walk over to the corner of this cornfield that is hidden, that no one can see because again it's in the corner, there's trees, bushes around. I would like to go inside one of the squares, like the most corner square right where I'm at, and be able to start pulling some of the corn stalk, undo my bedroll, and start putting the corn like leaves inside my my bed, so I can, when I go inside my bedroll, the leaves are keeping me warm inside.
Okay, all right. So, okay, let me. I think.
I don't know if that will work.
Let's find out. I'm down for rewarding creativity. So
the fucking detail in that was amazing.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you're cold as shit and you want to get warm, wouldn't you think a bunch of stuff would make you warm? A bunch of stuff
You're just
floated
like
onto
fucking
your body?
laying it on you.
True.
Yeah, lay a bunch of stuff.
The problem is that not so much that it's a bad idea, because it's not a bad idea. It's just that it's also in an area that's already naturally cold, and on top of that, you're in your rainy season. So in this situation, it's prone to rain at any one given time. It's very cold. For what it's already worth, it's very cold, and you know that you need to either be dry, or you need to be near a fire. Right now, or another person, or skin-to-skin contact, more body heat. So in this situation, where you could use, let's see if your survival would give that to you. Go ahead and give me a d20 plus your survival check.
Sounds good.
You keep changing your Discord picture and then I can't find it anymore.
Okay, given the area, you could use probably some of the brush from some of the local wildlife that comes in and drinks from the river itself, but typically they try to stay away from farms unless it's like a grazing animal. But around here, something that would lie low in this bit of brush would be easily spotted. On top of that, this is a town that relies on hunting and scavenging outside of what little bit of farm they actually have. Remember, the land is fairly dead here, so wildlife would stay just outside. You would have a better response out of finding one of the farms that actually has animals and kind of like sleeping alongside the animals.
Shit. All right, then what are these places that are here? This house and this house. What would you say? Would they be like corn? Because there's corn right next to it. Would you say that would be the place where they keep the corn?
So you think that's like what is that word?
A mill, almost.
I don't think it's a mill. Let's say that this is
Storehouse.
yeah, it's a storehouse of sorts, but I think this is probably.
What if I dive in it? Like dive in the corn? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cover myself in corn.
Corn's kind of
Nobody can see
sharp,
me?
you know.
Yeah, corn husks are pretty rough.
Like the leaves are pretty sharp.
So I'm fine, man. I'm pretty rough. You know what I'm saying?
We're definitely not contesting whether or not we think Mogar's a hard ass. But I can say that give me a perception, please. You dive into the corn. Take 1d100 damage.
God damn, my rolls are so horrible today.
Mogar, you
Unlucky!
you notice that while you don't seem to hear any wildlife, there is a distinct smell of animal around. That smell of manure or a fertilizer of sorts seems to be pretty intense near here. You believe that this person, while they have some kind of crop, they probably also have sheep, or
house.
they might have they have something to that degree. So it's likely that you would be able to find some animals here.
All right, how do I search?
Well, you would have to move.
Let's move. Let's boogie.
Smooch. Smooch.
Okay.
Double licks. I want a double lick. You know what I'm saying? Let's boogie, baby.
So,
all right, so how do I
Mogar,
move?
How do you move? Do you frolic? Are you a runner? You skip?
Well, I'm not trying to destroy the last energy that I have. I want to be able to conserve it, but be able to get to this place safely.
All right, so you probably skulk. Give me a stealth. Utilizing what little bit of energy you have left, you kind of lower your body to the ground, and you've got these deep breaths while you're trying to nullify the shivering, so you can actually see like the shake in your hand. When you begin making your way over to the farmhouse itself, you hear what sounds like lambs.
Oh God!
Kitty.
Don't get all Lenny on us. Watch that film. Look.
I'm not trying to kill them. I'm just trying to, you know.
He didn't try to kill anything either. Spoilers.
Until.
When you move closer, you overhear the sound of sheeps. Ship, if you will. Some from ships.
Here's sheeps.
Here's the ship. What do you do?
Can I do? So I don't have animal handle. Oh yeah, yes I do. I have
Where
proficiency
is
in it.
Ello?
So with proficiency, what would that give me?
Are you trying to handle the animals, or are you just trying to sleep near them?
I'm trying to be able to calm them down, because if anybody goes in there, they're going to be making noises. Ah! You know what I'm saying? They're going to go crazy.
Sure.
So I need to find out a way to be able to calm them down and be able to, so I can sit next to them and hopefully have them hurdle all around me.
Sure. Okay. Then give me a handle. Let's see what you got.
So if I'm proficient, I get a +3, you said?
Yeah, if it's a class skill, which you should know by seeing that there's a check mark.
There's a check mark.
Do you have any points in it? Okay, so then you don't actually get that bonus. It's only until you have a point in the ranks will you get that miscellaneous modifier.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's not bad. Mogar, describe the situation to me. For the narrative's sake, what does this look like?
So as Mogar slowly starts, and you know, he's very hurt. He's tired. No, I wouldn't say hurt. He's just exhausted.
Right.
He has used his energy on the rage. He just pulled out a whole entire lumber chimney, everything. So he is just about to collapse. he opens up and he sees all this sheep basically looking at him and then start making the ba noise. Just ba, ba, just ba, and then everything. Mogar, yeah, just nonstop. And then Mogar, he knows that this is going to be causing commotion and tries to slowly kneel down as he's already hurt and start make these kind of little noises, little noises that I wouldn't say they're like kissing noises, but almost like a kind of thing, but something that he's learned back in the past from when he was surviving with his tribes and, you know, everything that he had to do in survivability, because again, his parents were slaughtered when he was a child and everything. So there's a lot that he had to learn. And one of them was to be able to seeing these sheep and seeing other animals that he was able to call with this call. So hopefully with this call, I was able to bring them over and to have them at least show that he needs some warmth, or that I need warmth, and have them come close to me if there's a possibility.
Okay, sure. You it won't take a lot. You'll manage to utilize what knowledge you have previously, and you'll calm them, calm their senses, and it will be enough for you to draw them close, or at least to be around them. You can feel the warmth immediately, which is fine. It seems to work out.
I would like to then, because at this time they're not covering me, right? They're just around me.
Correct.
Is the bedroll look like a bedroll, or can it be look like a sheet, like I don't know. Is there hay in there?
Yeah.
Can I put hay over me?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do that before I go to bed.
Okay. You succeed.
Perfect.
Nyx! Miss Nyx'ed. Let's talk about you for a minute.
Oh my god, yeah, just fucking back floating through with a flower up, dying. Floating down the river.
Okay. Alright, Miss Nyx'ed, as you're floating down the river.
Yeah.
Let's see. That'll work. We're just going to turn that down. Just a little bit.
I need to pay. This is not okay.
Sorry. You are floating down the river. You are doing your best to stay afloat. Go ahead and give me a swim. I know,
you
right?
said floating's not swimming!
You're right. Floating isn't swimming, but staying afloat is very different. If you just tank it, if you get like a -4, then you're not floating. You're drowning.
Oh, no, I didn't do that right. Oh, fuck. Because, like, okay, so my whole thing is it's the modifier, not the additional everything. Ah! Alright, I didn't do that right. Oh, pancakes. Okay, alright. Plus... No, it's -3.
Ooh.
Oh, what? Oh, I fucked it up again.
I believe in you.
3. Oh!
That's not the worst thing that could ever happen.
Oh, bless. Am I, like, floating, but I'm like...
Do a doggy paddle!
You inherently, people know how to kind of keep their arms above. You don't just be like, I'm dead. So you're doing your best. You're kind of kicking. You're staying above water. You're basically treading water at this point. But you can see that you're starting to slink away from the bank. The water is beginning to carry you closer to the middle, where the flow is the strongest. You know that this can only end poorly. What do you do?
I guess, how far can I float like that?
You don't know how long this river goes on.
Oh, God. Alright, so I guess the smart thing that Nyx probably wouldn't do would be to... So I'm figuring... So we're at, like, what is it? So, alright, so let's see. H is here, so this is probably the vicinity where I am rocking it. And I just kind of like float down, and I guess I am going to be swept up by this. I think that this is a reasonable amount of feet to float poorly.
Holy shit, that's a lot. Oh wow. Okay, so that's a lot of feet.
Alright, so because I just feel like I'm gonna be floating closer towards the edge than in the middle.
Sure. So you're
I
gonna
think
you're
that's
gonna try
what
to
saves me a little bit. Like it's
then give me another swim check. Let's see how this works. If you're gonna try to forcefully pull yourself to maintain the side, then we need to make sure that you can do that. I believe in you.
I don't believe in myself. Well, that's better.
That's pretty good. All right, so you managed to clear about this much before you feel that you're getting pulled across. So you start to get shifted across. You pull yourself back into the bank. You know that you still have quite a bit of ground to cross.
Yeah, I kind of want to make it till I'm like over this way towards all this like woodland
give me
brush.
that swim.
Okay, that's I'd like
It's
to
not the best.
reroll that.
It's not the best.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I'd like to reroll that for my
Sure.
second reroll of the
Sure.
evening.
I got you.
Huzzah!
That's dumb. That's dumb. She's just murdering it. She's just all of a sudden you know how to swim. You're just like, oh, one after the other. That's how you do it. Okay.
Ow! Don't make me laugh.
You figured it out. One after the other.
Your abs hurt?
I think she's
I need
gonna
a wee.
pee.
I'm gonna wee myself.
Me.
You managed to swim up to that point. You're probably, I'll say about here. The shallowness of the bank seems to tread out for about 20 or so feet before you start to really kind of sink into the midst of it. But what would you like to do? Do you want to try to run out at this point?
Yeah, I would like to crawl, like army crawl, like.
Okay, I'll need a fortitude save.
How do I do that again?
You got this, I believe.
How do I do it? It's already 20. 40. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Modifier. No, it's top.
All right, that's not
Alright,
exceptional.
well, I would like to use my reroll of the last one that I have.
That's okay. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What is wrong with you?
You got the rolls, baby.
Dang. Maybe it's the wig.
You're silly. You're absurd. Let's see here. You guys are actually not that far away at this point to getting your follows reroll either. You're at 15, so 5 more follows.
Oh my god! Guys, if you're not following the Bubbernaut, you're doing fucking Twitch wrong. Hello?
Do it
Do it already!
now.
Look at this! He
Look
does
at it.
this shit all the time!
Okay.
All of it.
I was trying to
literally,
wait.
like all week long, he does this fucking shit. Let's
I was
go.
trying to wait for 3 a.m. because that's usually when we have a break. But I'm actually gonna wee myself.
Go
So I'm
wee!
gonna go do that.
Go wee!
I have a
Go
headless.
wee!
I have a wireless headset, so I can listen, but I
Just
can't write
wee!
notes. Okay, back in a minute.
She's really good.
Yeah, Jen Human is right. Invite your friends, invite your grandma,
Yes.
invite, your significant others, invite like people
Specifically.
you don't know too well, ask whoever
Invite
you
your
meet.
turtles.
Yeah, like invite those
Yeah,
people you
man.
meet at Starbucks randomly and they're super nice to you. Like, yeah, those people are welcome too.
Those are specifically the people that I would invite.
Dude, I have literally networked with like spa people. They're like, what is this occupation? I was like,
Let me tell you.
let me tell you a good thing or two about the Twitch,
You
Sonny.
you find yourself starting to shimmy across the bank. You're trying to go into an army crawl, but you feel your limbs starting to tighten up. You're telling yourself to go into this crawl. Your muscles are responding very dully so. But you manage to make it just outside of the water, and then it hits you. When the cool breeze wraps across your body, it's the shiver. That's the ugliest shiver I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, you don't make fun of her shivers,
Yeah,
all
what
right?
the fuck? I'm a 3'3" midget. Please.
Yeah.
Fucking cold, dude. You don't know me.
That was the nastiest shiver I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, you are on full-on shiver mode. Your body is trying to naturally heat itself. Survival is key. It's very important. You know that you have to get to a heat source, or you risk freezing. Hypothermia is a real threat. So what do you do?
Run!
Well, isn't this little area like a lot of like shrubbery and bushes or hay or something?
It is. It is, in fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking jump into there. So I'm gonna be like here, and then I'm just gonna run as far as my little legs can take me into the brush of hay. I'm
Okay.
going to lay down. Hold on. I'm gonna lay down
All right.
and just wrap myself like a fucking worm in a cocoon and cocoon myself into a wonderful hay.
All right. So this isn't hay per se. This is like bushes and trees. And that's that kind of thing. This here is it's a crop. It's not been harvested as of yet. So you can technically move in.
Oh yeah, I'd like to go to the crop then.
All right. But you know, or at least you have a fairly good sense that you're not that far from the Lorimores, from Kendra's residence.
That's what, M2 or Q?
That's N.
Oh, that's N. All right, can I warm myself? Like, can I just take like a whole bunch of crop, stuff it in my pants, and then keep going?
You certainly can. As you start passing through the crop behind the Lorimore residence, you're grabbing bits of hay or grass or whatever it seems to be dry at this point. You're just kind of
Yeah, like shove it in my chest bindings and like yeah.
You're gonna look like a scarecrow by the time you arrive, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's the holiday season's coming up. Planning out my costume.
Yeah, sure enough. You manage to arrive at the rear side of the Lorimore residence. Give me perception.
Wait. Are you... Oh! Ooh.
Okay, Nyx,
I'm gonna die.
you're not necessarily gonna die. You're just gonna miss some things. You manage to bound outside of the crop itself. You arrive to the backside of the Lorimore residence. You don't really think much of it. You don't see any lights, at least that have made it this far as of yet, and you start walking around the side of the building. You know that it's not going to take you very long before you reach the front. You know that typically Tima rests just outside. So you will end up bounding by Tima. You know that Cypress is inside, Solis is as well. Symarra has also taken rest inside of the Lorimore residence.
I feel a lot better now.
That perception? Grant me a new one, please.
Can you guys please follow this channel? I need a luck reroll of this fucking business. And if you love Nick, just fucking do it.
You manage to make it up the steps, and as you look back, you'll see that there are the steps that you've left behind. These muddy, small, addled footprints that seem to skip up the steps the best they possibly can. Hey, Frisco, thank you so much for that sub, brother. I appreciate that. Welcome to the fam.
Hello, yay.
And when you look up to the door, you don't actually see other steps. It's only at that point does it process that Mogar never made it back.
Are you waiting on me or like?
Yeah.
This silence is so uncomfortable. I mean, I want to go look for Mogar, but like at the same time, I'm gonna die of hypothermia. Like my body is tiny. Like I can't generate as much heat as Mogar, so I'm pretty much thinking that he's fine. So I just kind of go back. Like you said that I see that my footprints are there, but I don't want to have to go all the way back and risk my health.
True.
To cover them back up. Can I just warm up and then go back outside?
Potentially. But we'll decide that when we return from our break. We're going to take our first break right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I'd realized, I would have waited. I was actually going to wait myself, though.
It's A-okay. Guys, we'll be back in just a moment when you hear your favorite music. We'll see you guys.
Oh my god.
So see you in just a second. I'm good.
Okay.
Good.